Hi everyone, my name's Lauren and welcome back to another Movement for Skaters. Today we're going to be doing some core strength exercises. These are really great fundamentals that I use regularly and sometimes not so regularly. That's really good for my body. First thing, I skate for the Victorian Roller Derby League and I'm also an exercise physiologist, and I'm really stoked that Proud to Play have helped me put together this movement series. I use she, her pronouns, and before we get started, let's just take a moment to acknowledge the land in which you're on and the land that I'm on today, which is the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging before we get started. Thank you. Okay, so in today's session, we're going to be doing about 5 different exercises for core strength. See how you go. You don't need any equipment. However, if you do have something that's weighted, like a dumbbell or a roller skate, that will make it easier for one of our exercises. First thing first is going to be working on breathing, which is a fundamental for any sort of core exercise. You'll see it at the start of every single one of my videos. Today we're going to be doing a breathing prep into a dead bug, which is basically just an anterior core exercise. If you're skating or lifting, it's really important to be able to brace your trunk area and to breathe at the same time. So I'm going to be lying down. Legs can be rested on a chair, or I like to use the wall. Lying down like so. Put your hands in your lower back just above your pant line, and see if you can move your hips to feel a big curve and then no curve, and a big curve and then no curve. So this is just a common pelvic tilt. From here, we're going to find our neutral spine. So whatever feels neutral for you. Usually it's like a very slight curve where maybe just your fingertips fit in, but it's not hopefully a big curve. There's no big rib flare that we're wanting in this movement. So hands are going to be either on the ribs or on the stomach, or it can be down by your side, whatever's most comfortable. And we're going to try to breathe into the area of our trunk for 4 beats. Hold for 4, and then exhale for 4 out a pretend straw. The reason I do that is so that I'm generating tension in my trunk, so that I'm not just going and letting everything kind of go all soft and squishy. So breathing in for 4 through the nose, creating tension as if someone was going to give you a bop sort of in the stomach, or as if you just coughed. You want to create that little bit of tension so that you can feel your muscles turn on in this section. And out for 4. Good job. In for 4. Keep that tension. Out for 4. Nice. For the next one, see if we can put the hands on the ribs and keep them nice and low as we exhale. I like to imagine them going into my pretend pockets. In, hold, and exhale. Good job. That's a really easy breathing prep. We're going to progress this shape into the dead bug exercise. So now legs are still in tabletop without anything sort of resting on them. Hands are in the air, and we're going to just lower the legs to start on our exhale. So into prepare. Exhale, lower one leg. Maintain that little curve. If we go too low, you'll probably get a big arch, which just tells me that our anterior core isn't doing its job anymore by keeping the ribs and the pockets together. If it sort of slacks off, then that's when we get that big arch. So start kicking quite high, and then as you feel more confident, kick a little bit lower, whatever your abdominal range can tolerate. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on each side, whatever depth feels good for you. Deep breath in, tension, exhale, deep breath in. To return, tension, and exhale. Well done. Deep breath in. Exhale. Well done. Into prepare. Tension, exhale. Well done. Into prepare. And exhale. In to prepare. You're doing great. And exhale. I'm already feeling it. In to prepare. Exhale. In to prepare. And exhale. 2 to go. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. Last one. In. Exhale. In. And exhale. Well done. Hug yourself in. Have a little rest. Hopefully that's working up some of those muscles. Now you're probably wondering, what do we do with the arms? You can add in an alternate arm for this one. Like so. So maybe if you repeat this video or if you do it again, feel free to add in the arms. They're optional. It's more weight going away from the core, so it's going to be more of a challenge, or you can just do it with your legs. Okay, next exercise is going to be a hobber, which is a great plank introduction. We're going to be in a 4-point position, shoulders and wrists aligned, hips and knees aligned like so. And from here, we might just do a quick cat-cow to warm up our spine. So we're just going to dip the pelvis into an anterior position and lower the thoracic. So we end up in this shape. And then we're going to go the other direction, curling around, lifting the spine up, like so. Okay, find a neutral spine now. So in between those two shapes, there should be a little bit of a curve in your lower back, and your arms should be pushed into the ground nice and strong. From here, we're going to put our toes in the mat and lift our knees off the ground. We might go for 1 second, 3 seconds, whatever works for your body. I'm going to try to do 5 for today. So deep breath in and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's see if we can do 5 rounds today. Do whatever lift feels good for you. Okay, aligned. We're going to brace the trunk. Breathing in, push into the ground and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Have a little rest. Here we go. Round 3. Sniff and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. I've got 2 more rounds left. I'm going to show you a crawling version if you want to add a bit of movement. If you're fine at the hobble level, then just keep doing that. So for the crawling version, just like crawling on the ground, we're going to try to curl with a reciprocal pattern once our knees are lifted. So what it's going to look like is a lift, step, step, back, back, rest. Let's see how we go. Okay, so you choose what hobber feels right for you. Sniff, brace, lift, and step, step, back, back, and down. Well done. Okay, 1 more. You choose what hobber's good for you. Sniff, brace, and lift. Step, step, back, back, and rest down. Nice work. So again, that's a really great stability and then added with a bit of dynamic movement core exercise. Next one we're going to do is a side plank, which is really good for our obliques. We've got a mat. It can be really helpful to set this one up. Instead of having our knees bent forwards, which seems to be where they want to be when I jump on my side, try to move them back so you're in a fairly straight line between your knees, hips and shoulders. Elbow and shoulder are going to be aligned. Push knees together, and in a moment we're going to lift the hips up. Ready? And lift for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hips come down. Let's aim for 5. Optional on your toes, like so. But a bit more of a challenge. You choose which one works for you. I'm going to do knees for today. Okay, round 2. Ready and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a quick rest. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's 2. Round 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a quick rest. 2 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Let's spin around. Okay, I'll demo the footed version this time. Might regret it. On your side, if you're doing the foot version, feet out straight. If you're doing the knees version, straight line. Elbow and shoulder aligned, and we're doing our 5 seconds. Ready and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. 3 to go. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 to go. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. We've got this. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. That's definitely harder that side. Okay, so we've done our hover, our crawl, our side plank. Next, we're going to do a squat hold. So this is going to be from a standing position down into the lowest squat that feels comfortable for you. We're going to try to simulate a goblet squat by having a weight. This is 5 kilos, or a skate, maybe 2 kilos in front of us. The heavier weight actually makes it easier, so see what you have around the house. Maybe it's just a heavy book. And we're going to hold the bottom position and just think about our squat shape, that our chest is up, that our hips are in a nice spot, that our feet and ankles are in a nice spot, and just get a feel for what it feels like to be in that kind of squatted position, which is really great for skating modalities. Okay, so hopefully you've got a counterweight. If you don't, you can just have your arms out in front, and we're just going to be lowering ourselves down into a squat that feels right for you. So feet shoulder width apart. Choose how rotated your feet are. I like mine to be a little bit rotated. It depends on your hip socket joint, your leg length, so whatever feels right for you. And then we're just going to be slowly lowering down into this sort of shape. And then from here, keeping the chest up and just hanging out here for a little while, moving side to side, and just getting used to being in this deep squat position. Your deep squat position might look like this, and that's awesome. Moving side to side, getting familiar with what it feels like to be a little bit lower than our normal standard pose. Any depth is a good depth with this exercise. So again, I'll demonstrate from the front, coming down like so. I'm going to be leaning a little bit to one side and the other side, and trying to keep my chest up. I'm really feeling this in my ankles and also my chest. It's hard for me not to kind of go forward in a curled forward posture, so I'm trying really hard to keep my chest up, and even sitting a bit higher than feels easier for me to maintain my strength, like so. If you don't have a counterweight, it might look like this. I'm in front, lowering down maybe to here, and then just hanging out for a little bit. Maybe going a bit lower, hanging out for a little bit, maybe a bit lower. Awesome. So that is our movement series for today, core for skating. I hope you got a lot out of this session. Please shout out if you want any more direction or to talk about any of the movements, and I hope that you can check out some of our awesome skating videos in this series. Thanks, see you later.